Alright, my name is John Chad, and I want to show you guys the new project that I've been working on. I originally was going to just scan this sample book that I've made and send it to you in a PDF, but I feel like with the format and the things I'm thinking about for the layout, it'd just be easier if I kind of walk through it on video. So I hope the resolution's good, I hope everything stays in frame. This is the first time I've done this, so let's start. So it's called Astrobros, the 1-2 follow-through, and it stars our good old friend Leo Geo. So just a mock-up of the cover. So Leo Geo is in his science lab, and he's told by his computer, Physmac, that an asteroid is going to hit his brother's space station. His brother's name is Matt Data. And Leo Geo's, I got to help him. And the computer's like, well, take me with you. So they go along, and there's some G-force training, and he puts on a spacesuit, and he gets his spaceship, and then he takes off, and we go up through the atmosphere. And we go past a space station, we go past some satellites, and we go past the moon. And then as he gets to the other side of the moon, the computer admits that he's been programmed to be rad, but there's been a malfunction, and now he's bad, and he's betrayed Leo Geo and led him right into a wormhole. And so there's this whole page where Leo Geo is like flying through the wormhole and going every which way. When he finally comes out the other end, he doesn't know where he is, and the computer is still trying to get rid of him by flying him into asteroids. But Leo Geo has a drill on the front of his spaceship. He drills through. He goes past some nebulas, and as he does, some space pirates come out, and they fire on him, and they shoot him up. And Leo is forced to land on this asteroid, which is the space pirate moon base. So he goes into the asteroid. He hops over some guy. There's some space loot, some gravity facts. He then takes off in a ship that he steals. He's pursued by the space pirates, and he sees the meteor that's going after his brother. He evades them, and he ends up using a freeze ray to freeze the meteor and the bad guys dead in their tracks. And as we get to the middle of the book, and this is kind of the key of what I'm trying to get across, Leo meets his brother, who has come from the opposite direction, and they share a brotherly high five, and the computer has been fixed, and all this stuff has happened, and I'm kind of lightly glazing over the story, but it's definitely the end. So if this is the front of the book with Leo, if we flip the book vertically like that, we get a second cover, and it's his brother, Matt Data. And it's the same title of the book, Astrobros, the 1-2 follow-through. But now as we open it up, we start in the space station with Matt Data. And his computer tells him that he's run some tests, and he thinks that Leo's computer is going to betray him. And Matt Data says, if he betrays Leo, he'll try to kill him. I can't let that happen. So he goes off, and he grabs his super smart dog, the smartest dog in the world. They get in this like UFO type ship, and they launch off from the space station. There's some satellites, solar panels, telescope facts, stuff like that. Some comet facts. As you get closer to a big moon, there's some gravity facts, some constellation facts, facts about orbit, facts about gravity wells and stuff. I haven't actually figured out what goes on this page. But anyway, so they get to a satellite, a remote satellite, where Matt Data can send out a signal that'll restart Leo's computer and fix it. So he does that, and he contemplates going back to a space station, but then he decides to go and check up on Leo. As he continues on, the space pirates show up, and they steal his dog. And so, because it's the smartest dog in the world. So there's a lot of them, so Matt Data hides, and as he's trying to sneak around, there's a star that's going supernova. As we turn the page, there's the big explosion, and it kind of disorients Matt, and so he's flying along, and then the space pirates come back, and they have his dog tied to their ship, and Matt Data's ship has these two arms that can come out of it, so they have this like fist fight, but it turns out that the space pirate ship can transform, so they have this like robot spaceship showdown. All the while they're talking about facts and everything, and finally Matt Data grabs the dog and punches the space pirates into the orbit of another planet, so it gets lost. And as we turn to the final page, we again reach the middle of the book where both of them have gone through their journey and they are reunited. So on its own, the two stories can be read individually and they have a satisfying conclusion. And then when you account for them together, they have an even more satisfying conclusion because it tells a full story of these two brothers, coming to help each other. But one of the things that I really want to get across in this book is all the different things that can happen in the story where the story will start circling in on itself. Just for example, on the Leo Geo side, as he's passing over the moon, he mentions that his brother's dog is the smartest dog in the world, and the space pirates are down here on the moon, and they're like, smartest dog in the world, huh? We better go get him. And then so later, that's why they take the dog. And then they leave, and where they actually go is they're the space pirates that attack Leo. And they shoot him, and they force him down, and then they go and they fight Matt Data. So these same space pirates are going back and forth, so they have their own storyline. At one page, Leo Geo's computer resets and it turns from bad to good and it starts helping him again. And the reason that it reset is that Matt Data used the satellite to remotely fix it. So there's some big things like that where the stories loop in on each other and it makes it a more cohesive package. But there's also going to be like incidental things in the background and sight gags and stuff like that. And so I saw no better way to describe it than to just kind of point it out in the book and make a video. I'm going to check this to see if the resolution is right, but I hope that made sense, and I would love to talk about this further and answer any questions. All right, thank you very much.